Alright, button. Got to push the button.
Pushing the button. Button been pushed. All right, so
Oh
yeah,
my
it's loading my screen
goodness.
again. Oh, like it always does whenever I hit record, it loads my screen. But that's all right. All right, so we're gonna do a brief recap from where we were from our previous session. Yes, I know. I'll do that later. Sorry, I'm getting these updates to pop-ups to update my Foundry. Okay, so now we started off here in this region of the region of Toril after finishing off Horde of the Dragon Queen. He spent some time here. He spent about a month here, hanging out, doing some downtime activities, and kind of getting to know the region and the lay of this kingdom, this kingdom called Ilnosdale. Now you had a little secret meeting with the king, and the king is trying to figure out who killed his father. Let me get Mary off the board here. Okay. Now, who killed his father? And he's asked you to try to sort of discreetly investigate and try to figure out, the identity of the one who actually killed his father. And he went over some suspects and reasons why he believes those. In your investigation, you wound up being ambushed and attacked by a pair of assassins that you defeated, and you got a name from that assassin. What was that name? Anyone remember that name?
No one remembers the name.
That's all
Hold
right.
on,
I remember the
I
name.
got notes. Give me a second. I got notes. Let me just notes.
I got the name if you
Alright.
don't remember the name.
We got the names from the assassin.
Yeah, here. Let's,
Yeah, it was that Tariana and Galith, the bard looking. Galith? Was it Galith?
yeah, Galith.
Boom. Taking notes, gentlemen.
Look,
Learn
I
to
took notes. I lost them though.
learn to TTRPG.
I try. Okay. Trying to be a better player, man. Don't rub it in my face.
Okay, so then you went to go confront this noble. Let's see. Rena Crasselin. It was one of the king's suspects on who murdered the father, and you decided to approach her in an interesting way. You attacked her, and nearly killed her as Alan flew her up into the air. She struggled to escape, and then at some point Alan decided I'm not going to kill her, and then landed back down with August and Castiel. And then a couple moments later, the king, via teleport, arrives with another noble, this Oris Gingen. And yeah, and he's like, yeah, look, Your Majesty, see these rogues, these ruffians, the chaos that they bring to your kingdom, and there y'all are.
You got this, Alan. You oh,
I'll pull out my famous owl words and say, "Who?"
you son of a bitch.
Sorry, that was bad. Bad
I
taste.
mean, I
Poor
walked
taste.
into it. I walked into it. No, it's good taste. It's. I mean, it's.
Are you? Oh, my puns are getting better. Is that what you're saying? All right, let's go.
Yeah, it's
Very punny.
happening. Okay, don't overdo it now.
Oh, got it.
Don't ruin it.
All right. So I
You
can.
got
Here,
this.
I'm gonna pause.
Can I do an insight on that Ginjin guy just to see like can I infer anything from his like posture, maybe how he's talking to the king, like how close they are, or is this guy just like a brown noser?
You
Is that
can,
something
and
I can?
in fact, if anyone wants to make an insight roll, they can.
On that topic, I'm gonna roll some dice.
Okay, I got an 11. That's pretty decent.
I'm decent at these. Shit, I'm not very good at these.
What is it? Insight?
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, I'm pretty good at it.
You know, I said the same thing.
Famous, famous words.
You shouldn't have
I'm
said them.
pretty
I
good
said
at
them and I
that.
failed.
Okay. Well, Alan,
How
so
many?
you're kind of watching Orist here, but it's hard to tell. Like he's definitely approaching in a definite a sense of superiority here regarding you all. Now, what does catch your notice, though, the king looks uncertain, right? Because and which makes sense because he's kind of asked you to investigate, but so he's not sure what's going on here. He doesn't want it known that y'all are, kind of working for him. So he's trying to play this situation very delicately. Um, Now, with that,
Oh.
anything you say, anything you do?
Yeah. How many of
Who?
these guards are?
This is Rena, right? Rena, the elf noble.
Yes.
Okay.
How many guards are there
Well,
that
I
are?
think you chased down and murdered the ones that were here. Um,
Yeah,
How
you
how many
you
are
killed
those?
him.
how many were
I've
there? I don't know,
seen.
like four or so.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna waste 3 spells just to prove something.
Happening.
That thing. Yep. Uh,
Wait,
Okay, well,
wait, what happened?
I. So I'm going to uh release my radiant soul, so my wings come out,
Ooh.
and I start to glow as I spend 3 revivery.
revivify.
Yeah.
That's a
On.
third level spell.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I'm spending 3 of them on 3 of the guards.
This is
So
where we die.
No, there, there,
We
there
cannot
are
be
no
revived.
guards here right now.
no, the dead ones.
The dead one. I
Oh,
am
oh, okay.
bringing back,
He's straight up revivifying 3 out of the 4 dead guards.
All right, yeah,
and
well,
I am. Yeah.
okay, yeah, well, click whatever you're doing. Let's see it in the chat here.
Uh, why am I not able to click on my own spell?
That's a lot of money to save a guard, dude. Just saying.
It's to prove a point.
You're spending what? It's 100. It's a diamond worth 100 gold pieces every single
300.
time. You're spending 300 gold pieces.
It's a dramatic thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. My
Yeah.
bad.
It's to make somebody eat
Not
his
about
words.
it's not about the money. It's about the message.
Yep.
Why don't we just give the king 300 gold and say it wasn't us? Okay.
I don't think that'll have
Because
the same
remember,
effect.
he doesn't want us to.
Actions speak louder than numbers.
I don't know, man. I've been inside this king's library. I think the 300 gold would go a long ways.
How,
Gotta educate these people.
am I not able to do any of my spells?
They live in the trees.
Uh,
They know how to take care of our
What's
forest.
going on there?
I am not. It's not allowing me to activate my spells.
They still dislike half breeds.
That they
Are you
do.
trying through the HUD or to the character sheet?
The little character sheet drop down thing that we have.
Double click your
The
token
HUD.
and open up your character sheet. Try that way.
Because my roll went through. And. Yeah,
All right, well, there's thaumaturgy. There's the radiant soul. Okay.
there's that one. But. Oh, there we go. Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry. Diamond's worth 300 gold pieces, so you're spending 900 gold pieces.
Forward for a
Oh
point.
my!
Yeah,
Oh my God! I didn't know you had that much money.
not
I
anymore.
didn't know he had that much money
Oh,
either.
not anymore is right.
All right. So
I
let's
thought
see.
we
So
were all
as
like
for
bumming it.
action, you can transform glowing, glimmering eyes to incorporeal wings for 1 minute or until the end of your. Okay, okay, you have a flying
This is
speed of
all just
30.
a show,
And
pretty
yeah, as
much.
far as like those expensive components, is if you got the gold for it, we can say you've shopped for the component earlier. So yeah, just deduct the gold.
I hope we don't die because we're not getting a revivify now.
Nope.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take.
Once
It's
per turn, you
gonna
can
be
have
a
an
while.
attack or spell.
Stop giving the DM ideas.
Okay, so you look like an angel, and then you cast Revivify.
Yep.
Let's see.
Uh, guess I'll heal him for 36.
Thanks.
Who we healing with that? Oh, the guards.
Oh, one of the guards. Now I'm going to do it 2 more times. Just use up my spell slots.
You touch a creature that has been dead within the last minute. The creature returns to life with 1 hit points. The spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore any missing body parts. Okay.
So, no one that
So,
was splattered.
I don't know if I decapitated anybody.
No, and I just
So,
stabbed one or shot him with a spell. So
well, it just says it can't restore the missing body parts. So I imagine the body would walk around without a head. I don't know.
yeah. Oh god, might make it worse.
bring it back to life just to die again.
Yeah, it's around there somewhere, dude. He can
Okay.
carry the
I,
head like a Doulahan. Doulahan.
so I I touch them while I'm glowing. I say, Polort, by Polor's name, I raise you all.
All right. So those three guards like open their eyes and they start gasping for breath, and yeah, definitely the king is giving you some let's see how to say. I don't know. He looks amazed, and Oris
Oh,
looks irritated.
I'm I'm just staring at Oris, just glowing eyes. Just, I see you.
You pointing at your ass, pointing at his type of stuff.
Yep, yep.
Oh hell yeah! Give him the HR point, just like point at him. You know what that means.
I just hover there next to the guards until they do whatever they.
Well, yeah, they are.
Go
The,
tell your king who hired you. Tell him the truth.
I look at one of the guards. It's like, no offense, man. Spur of the moment. You understand.
well, the guards work for Reyna. They were her guards that you killed. Um,
Hmm.
they weren't like hired by anyone. They're her guards.
I thought they were city guards.
Well, my input is that Reyna wanted to be killed. She wasn't
Yeah.
struggling very hard, and she continued to fight even when held at fatal height.
Well, the king steps up and he says, "There's been a lot of goings on today that we need to think through and we need to sort out. And this is not the proper venue for such. So I decree that all of us will convene in my court, and we will hear this case out, and we will get to the truth of what's going on here."
Okay.
Yes, I advise that you find a mage who can cast Zone of Truth, and you question Rena here. She has information she's willing to take to her grave, and it would be vital for the kingdom.
Um, yes, absolutely. We will arrange that as well. Um, in
Until
the
then,
mhm.
I will hold on to her to prevent her from dying or killing herself, and
uh, he says,
Fleeing.
No, you're going to let her go, and she's going to convene with us at the court. Yeah, she's a noble in my kingdom, and she's not to be held captive by guests.
all right, good luck when she doesn't show up. I mean, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. I fly away. I'm out.
I
I'm off.
awkwardly nod and say good day, and I walk away, and I follow I follow Castile to wherever he goes to.
You follow the guy who has yet to move.
Yeah, I'm just like next to him. I hover.
Well, eventually everyone starts to disperse, and I imagine y'all are dispersing as well, going somewhere. Um, do we do anything in the couple hours that you have until we're in the meeting?
Can
I
I
was
stealth and spy on Rena or any of her associates?
Uh, you may. Um,
Can I take a long rest?
nope. I think you can do a short rest, right? It's an hour, right?
I'm taking
Yeah,
a
you
short
can do a
rest.
short rest.
Taking a short
I'm gonna
rest.
go to my friend's house again.
Do you want to do a long rest because you used all three of your third level spell slots on 900 gold pieces to
It's pretty like
resurrect some
3
people
cards
that
that
you
can get one
decided to
shot.
kill?
Yes.
Ah, cool. Just checking. Hey, that's a stealthy roll. I'm a stealthy bird. It's gonna be one of those games where I only roll medium.
An interesting I learned about birds on like some on a science podcast is they don't have a sphincter and they don't fart because they can't build up it they don't build up any pressure. It just all lets it out, and that's probably what happens. You're kind of hiding in a tree and you shit on someone and they're like, what? No.
Was that why they
Happens.
always
Big.
aim for the white car?
That's a big. That's a big shit.
Oh God.
Okay, so you're looking to spy on them, right? Now, let's see. I'm just gonna make a roll. Let's just see. Okay.
Hey, Kimmy, Spider just messaged me back, and
Oh
she
yeah.
said she's playing with. Yeah, she said she's playing with us, and she can't wait.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I
Oh,
think
does she know about the 8:30 time or the
Uh,
8
n-
o'clock time?
I just told her.
You know, there may have been a failure to communicate.
Now, what we have here is a failure to communicate.
we no we started playing earlier when she was still in, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, I put the time on the invite. Um,
Oops.
has she replied?
Uh, nope, not yet.
Mm.
Oh,
After I take a massive dump on that guy and totally know that I got found out, can I go spy on Oris instead?
you can, yes.
Can I roll a better check now?
You can make her roll, yeah.
No, no, no. I need it to be better.
Yes, yes. You can try to make it better, yes.
It's worse.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna refresh the page here. Get a different get a different RNG seed, you know what I
A
mean?
different algorithm going, reset it.
Yeah.
I made the same thing just in case.
I need different RNG. All right, and then I'm just gonna meditate because that's what monks do. I'm gonna reflect on my life as why I'm such a failure at this.
Okay, well the you doing your thing. You're trying to spy, and when you're trying to get close to someone, that they see you and they walk away, so you're not able to get any good information because they're not talking when they can see you. And we got others who are resting. We got August and Castiel who are resting. And so yeah, time passes, and we make it to the meeting. So in the meeting, let me just kind of set the stage here. So we got these people over here, and we got y'all over here. And again,
Oh,
not to scale or anything. And no, this isn't a fight setup. I'm just kind of getting some
no, I know.
oh, like a visual reference here.
I'm just surprised she showed up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought her,
she's here.
I thought
She's
her
here.
turkey gone.
The disinformation campaign begins.
Right?
And let's see, someone else is here too. Where's she at?
The M Night Shyamalan twist, man. The king was in on it the whole time. The king did it.
The king's aunt and like bodyguard.
The king killed the king. That's what it was. You know, it would solve this mystery real fast if we killed the king and then we just said we did it.
That would definitely do that.
Campaign over, guys. Let's go back to fighting dragons.
Yeah, right.
I think
Let's go
Tiamat's
back
waking
to
up.
let's go. Yeah, let's go back to snorting dragon dust.
We still have that. Oh my
Oh, we
goodness.
do. We still have dragon dust.
I think Willa had it all.
Oh, well, now I guess we don't have it then.
I mean, I know I kept some on me for sure.
Okay, so yeah, everyone's gathered, and there's more elves around. Officials and various people. A couple mages and such. And so yeah, what happens is that Reyna steps forward, and she steps in front of the king, and she bows, and she says, Your Majesty, I wish to inform you of a tragic situation that I believe has started all of this. And she kind of waves, to her crowd of people, and you see another elf coming up, and he's bound, and he's his hands are bound, and he's got shackles on his legs, and a couple elves are leading him forward. And she says, the head of my servants here, name this is the Galith, and he has confessed to me that he had arranged for the ambush on your guests, and he wishes to confess his crime to you. And the Gala kind of steps up, and yeah, he tells this story of, I was acting on to protect my lady Reina. I had discovered that the newcomers were plotting against her, and were going to attack her. um, um, you know Between my own ears and other reports, I've heard that they were planning an ambush during a hunt that she invited them on to go on to, and then they were going to betray her and during that hunt. So I didn't have time to act, Your Majesty. I'm very sorry. I put myself at your mercy. I did what I thought was best for my lady at the time and the time that I had. And that's
Can
kind
I
of his
interrupt?
story. Yeah, yeah, you can, yeah.
You're saying a lot. You sound very uncertain.
Well, I'm making a lot of this up as I go.
Oh, I say. My bad. Sorry. I try to study a little bit about human behavior, and that's one of the key signs of lying is uncertainty, lack of eye contact, any other nervous movements,
Or a DM trying to make up dialogue on the fly.
or or improv. Okay.
But yeah, that's the
Uh,
story. How do y'all react to it? He's accused, he's confessed to the crime of trying to kill you, but now he's accused you of plotting against one of their nobles.
that may be one side of the coin, Your Majesty, but our side of the coin is quite similar in aspect on we were invited to this hunt and we attended on the time set. However, we were ambushed by two individuals that the names I cannot remember at this time, and they're dead. And one of them, I was going to cut the tongue out of, but I mean I shouldn't talk about that. I digress. She doesn't have their tongue gone. She has no head. She mentioned Galeth's name, this little bard individual. My friends can inform you about more of the details if they'd like to, but this is more complex than any of us believe, and there may be a disinformation campaign against us, Your Majesty.
Well,
And that's my end of my statement.
any of you else make a statement?
Uh, the the ones, or at least one of them, that tried to kill us was Kiara, Tiana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tiriana.
Ariana,
Tyrion.
she
She
was
was an elven wizard.
sorcerer,
Oh, sorcerer.
I
Warlock.
think.
Still got a spell
She
check.
Warlock,
Eldritch,
yeah, but she had a
she
pact.
Eldritch blast your ass. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was I was really really thinking about cutting her tongue out.
Well, he says there's a lot to. Oh well, I'm sorry. Um, did you have a statement, Castiel? Were you about to say something?
I thought so, but then he stopped talking, so that's why I waited.
Uh,
I'm sorry if
I,
I
f-
interrupted.
That's all right.
I forgot who the barbarian was. Do you remember?
The barbarian was random NPC number 3. Okay, he died.
He-
He's blood splat number 1 over there.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
redness.
He still had a name.
His name was Andrus. Andrus Orzu.
Yes. No, that was my only statement.
What? What did? What?
Hmm? No, that
He,
these
he was
two were
building
the
up to my
names of.
statement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Oh, okay,
because
got you.
I didn't know the names, and I
I
let
was.
you guys help with the details.
Yes, all right, Your Majesty. So we did agree to go on the midnight hunt for Rena, but it was a trap, and she was not there. So your nobles, or their people, who the nobles are in charge of, have set against us and have proven to be obstacles in our path. And I tend to carry my obstacles to a great height and drop them. When I held her in my clutches, she wanted to be dropped. She was struggling to get out of my grasp. She was willing to die. And any self respecting noble that has such a high position in your court should treasure their position and treasure their life. And she was willing to throw that all away. She is harboring some secrets that I believe have been against your father and the previous king, and she is willing to take those to the grave. She needs to be questioned. She needs to have responses. I even saw her as we were exiting her manor convene with a mysterious figure as the door was closing as well. So Rena is not as innocent, and her people are not as ignorant as she would claim.
I would like you to give me a performance, persuasion, something, charisma, at advantage.
Oh, you mean all the things that I'm not good with my roles? Let's do it. Okay.
At advantage. At advantage.
All
And
right.
did Mary come in? Mary, I heard someone come in.
Yes, Mary's here.
Yay,
Oh,
Mary's
what
here.
happens?
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize we started at 8:30. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Failure to communicate is
Well,
all.
it was 8, but okay.
All right.
Eight,
Here we go.
8:30. I got it wrong.
Persuasion. I got a 1 and a 4, brother. Yeah, you're welcome, King.
Hold on, let me get Mary on the board here.
I got a sad trombone.
I thought I was bad at communicating.
I said my words, man. They just came out different. I have a beak, it's hard to speak.
Oh, hey, Mary, I PM'd you the link to the VTT and your password.
Yep, I am logging in right now.
All right, cool.
Like a chump. An hour and a half late.
No, no, it's all right. I realized, like, yeah, you were still with us when we were playing later.
I knew that would happen. You ever have that feeling in your gut where you're like, "Hey, the DM's like, that was good. In fact, you should roll for that." And then you're like, "Well, now it's not going to be good."
Well, you know.
It's all right. Tis the fun part of playing a TTRPG.
He says, well, oh, hey, Mary's in. Can you see everything okay, Mary?
Yes, yes, I see.
Okay.
All right. So
So,
now the trick is Mary got to say blah blah blah. That's what he said, and then you roll for persuasion.
Please.
I
Oh, is
am
she in the
much
same
better
room as
at it
us?
than you are.
all right, so let's pause that part of the story for a moment, and I want to catch Mary up.
Okay.
So when you've arrived at this region with August and Castiel, but Damien decided to remain over in Faerun and hang out with Elminster. But you have met another character here, Owlin, this played by former Damien, and you've been hanging out here. Now you've been here for probably a little over a month now, and while everyone else has been doing downtime activities, I imagine Mary is trying to maybe get a shrine together over here. Unless you had something else in mind that you would do during that month or so.
So during that month, Mary actually got a note from Prancer saying that he was trapped by a cult. And so during that month, she went off to go rescue Prancer.
Okay. And we will assume you were successful.
I was successful. I came back, and he is now my warlock familiar.
Your warlock familiar. Okay.
That's
Because I
Ooh,
cool.
am a Pact of the Chain Tome warlock, whichever one gets the familiar. That's
Whichever
the
one.
name
I'm
of
your
it.
warlock familiar?
No, Prancer is.
Oh, okay.
Her reindeer.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
tiny reindeer.
That makes more sense.
So Prancer is with me always now.
I wonder if there's a reindeer in the. Let me see if I can find a reindeer token or some kind of deer token. Oh wait a minute, I need to go into here. Let's go into here. Let's go into
Oh, Mary.
monsters.
By the way, Cassiel has been passing on flyers with Santa Claus stuff on it on one side and Pelor on the other.
I heard two-sided flyers. I loved it.
Yep, I kept all the flyers from our temple, our joint temple.
Elk. Okay, maybe elk. Oh, they don't have reindeer, but they have deer, elk, maybe moose. No, no moose. Thinking elk's gonna be the best. Oh no, let's get rid of that. And do you have stats for this already?
I had talked to you about potentially, because he's a tiny reindeer, just using the pseudo dragon stats and kind of reskinning it.
Pseudo dragon stats and reskinning that. Okay.
Yeah, because that's one of the warlock okayed familiars.
A pseudo dragon.
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. So I'm gonna put this in here, and yeah, we'll just change the image later and rename it Prancer. But where is it? Pseudo dragon. All right, I'm gonna put it next to you, and then I'm gonna give you ownership.
Now, has Mary been with us throughout this whole our previous like sessions?
No, no, she's been off rescuing her familiar here.
Okay, now she's showing up in this session.
Yeah, yeah, she's kind of like walking up. She's got her reindeer next to her, and yeah, Mary. So you're arriving back, and you see like there's some sort of like official a convening happening. You see your friends over here. You see some elves and a lot of other elves as well, and yeah, it doesn't look like a happy situation. Looks kind of tense actually.
Hmm.
Hey guys, I
Um,
got Prancer. We're all back. What the hell? Who's the bird?
I look down, I guess, because I'm tall.
Damien, is that you? Did you master the birds?
Damien, it's a fellow named Alwyn.
Confused. Oh, I hear my name.
He's well
So
spoken.
you know how owls turn their heads like 180 degrees? I look over at August with my head turned.
Are we standing or sitting right now, like at a table?
No, everyone's standing.
Everyone's standing. I look very, very uninterested in the situation.
I said my piece, but I didn't roll for shit. So
Politics bore me. Deliberation. Good to see you, Mary. Hello. And I do a little subtle wave and so on.
I give him a little side hug around his knee.
Very cool.
I say hi. I'm Owlin. Nice to meet
I give
you.
you a little side hug around your knee.
Oh,
I
okay.
pull out like 50 flyers and I hand it down to you. Hey, these are new flyers. Check it out.
Cute. All these.
Well, while you guys are kind of having your little side conversation in the middle of all of this, the king's kind of looking at y'all, like trying to find a good time to chime in here, and he says, "Okay, so I decided on what I'm going to do." He says,
You have my attention.
I want the three of you, Castillo, Alan, and August, to remain where you've been staying, in your residence section of my palace. Reina, and she looks up. She looks like annoyed and pissed and just angry, and she says, "My command is for you to also remain here, and we will do some further investigation." Now, when he says that, Reyna like turns and like looks over at Genjin here, at Orist here, and they kind of shoot each other like a surprise look, like they didn't expect that. And Genjin kind of leans over and kind of whispers into the king's ear, like, if anyone wants to, make a perception roll.
Okay, I will do just I'm just gonna get the crap rolls out the way. I might as well do it.
I am not going to say anything on this one.
Oh,
Let's see. Let me check. Do I still have lucky
I didn't even say
restored?
anything.
I'm gonna use a lucky my lucky feat
You
to
can
grab
you can
advantage.
you can roll first, and then if you don't like the result, then you can use the lucky to roll again. You don't have to.
Oh, yeah, that's true, but I did it anyway. I got a 23, and I'm happy.
all right. And Mary, you're just so like you're petting Prancer. You're just so happy to have him with you. You're not even really paying attention to the all the talking happening. Okay,
First roll back, not one.
so yeah, Aura's when Aura's leans into the to whisper to the king, yeah, y'all are like close enough and and like trying to lean in here, but he's like, Your Majesty, that is improper to confine a noble in such a way. And he says, that is my decree. I have sufficient reason that I want to question Rena more thoroughly, and that is the king's decree. And you see like there's a little contest of wills here, like the king's young and a half elf, and this Oris guy is older and a full like elf wizard of such, or spellcaster of such. So there's like a little contest of wills, but Oris does eventually kind of back down. He says, "Well, yes, as you say, Your Majesty." And he kind of like gives Reyna another uncertain look. Reyna gives him another uncertain look, and yeah, and the king
So much
says,
uncertainty, it's in the air.
"Yeah."
I say that out loud.
They try to ignore you, but all right. So
Almost
yeah,
paced it.
the king makes his decree. The king dismisses, and yeah, y'all have been told to stay in your residence,
So, room arrest.
essentially. Yeah. Now all of you are there now with Mary and Prancer. So if you want to discuss what your next step in this is, go ahead.
So where have you been, Mary?
I told you, Prancer was being captured by cultists, so I had to go rescue him. It's
It's
okay.
lost in thought.
Prancer's with me. We
Good.
cuddle on the bed.
Whoa. Which was the alcoholic again?
Honestly, after this adventure, both of us.
You guys need to watch your livers.
They hit that eggnog a little too hard.
A little too hard. Yeah, we've been here dealing with politics and disinformation campaigns, and it's very boring.
So why are we being locked up?
Oh, we're
We're
being
not.
locked up. You're fine.
Yeah, you're good. We're not being locked up. We're being told to stay in the palace. We're like rich kid grounded.
Pretty much.
Rich
Which
kid
sucks
grounded.
because something could happen to the king or to one of the nobles, and we have no choice to act in a timely manner.
Well, maybe you don't, but I can fly, so I will stay here.
Did we murder somebody?
Almost.
Well,
Well, I did.
Castile definitely he murdered 3 guards and then brought it back to life.
They were sinners.
I feel like it doesn't count if you bring him back.
Yep.
Well, does it matter if he paid 900 gold pieces to do it?
He's really been out of shape about that.
You got ripped off,
Yes.
man. I would have done it for half that.
I don't think I don't think you get it.
Pelor doesn't finance revivals. These are flat rates all around.
What's the going
This
interest
is
rate
all
on a
about second
revivify
thoughts.
spell?
So are we breaking out, or are we just chilling here?
You're
I'm
free to
going
move
to,
around the castle. We are stuck.
Should
now.
I?
You should. You should keep tabs in on the king. Make sure he's safe.
Or you could follow around that Orsic guy.
That's true. Or the The evil bitch with green hair.
No, the evil bitch with green hair is staying with us.
Oh, she's with us?
Yeah, she's rich kid. She's rich kid grounded as well.
So she's in the same room as us.
No, no, not same
No,
room,
no.
same palace.
Oh, okay. I was about
Yeah.
to uncomfortably look at her for a good 3 hours.
Okay, why don't I wander and see if I can do some recon? Are there like children or like pages, like young children of nobles around in the palace anywhere?
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're scared running about. Yep.
Okay. Can I disguise self to look like one of them?
Like
Not
an
exactly like one of them, but just like generic page child.
like elf child. Yeah, these are all elves.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
since I don't think I have the height to pull off actual elf. And then I'm just gonna kind of wander around and look busy. Like I'm gonna have a couple scrolls in my arms, and I'm just gonna want like move from area to area with like purpose, but like listening very closely. And if I happen to hear anything, then I'll kind of clumsily drop the scrolls and just try and pick them up, but take a couple extra seconds picking it up and see if I can overhear anything of interest.
This has the same energy of wearing high vis when you're in a place you're not supposed to be in.
That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
Smart. I like it.
Well, given the setup, I'm going to give you a perception roll at advantage, or you can do investigation. I'd give you one of those choices at advantage.
Perception is +4 and investigation is -1. So let's go with perception. And I think I have guidance. Yeah, I'm gonna guidance myself.
Okay.
Big.
Yeah. Yeah. 22. Big numbers. All right. So yeah, as you're wondering about the palace in elven child guise, carrying your scrolls about, looking busy, you do hear some controlled, elevated voices, like on the verge of shouting. And as you get closer to it, you hear the king's voice, you hear that other guy's voice, and yeah, the and Orist, that's the voice you hear. And yeah, Oris is saying, Your Majesty, this is highly out of order. Reina is a noble with rights. She's not to be. She cannot. You cannot imprison your nobles like common thieves. If you want to confine her, she should be confined to her estate. And and so yeah, there's like some yelling going back and forth, and you hear the king kind of like, look, I have good reason to suspect Reina for things, and then like there's a little bit of silence. Oh, like what things? And then like the king start now trying to like backtrack a little. So after some of that type of conversation, Oris storms out of that room, and he's got his followers, his elf followers, trying to keep up with him, and he almost runs into you. You got to like step aside, and he's making his way out of the palace, and you continue to hear him mumble like the stupid king, half breed piece of, ugh, and as he's making his way out.
All right, I kind of wander back to my buddies and let them know, hey, this is that there seems to be a little rift between Reyna and the king. He doesn't seem to trust her as much as everybody else seems to think he should.
Because they have invested interests outside of the castle, moving against the king, and being stuck here likely puts a wrench in both Orson's and Reyna's plans, which is good for us and the king's health. But good ears, good information, good work.
Now it's about maybe a couple hours, and it's nighttime now. You're in your chambers, and yeah, there's a knock on the door, and the king enters by himself. He,
Good evening.
he says, "Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna be questioning. I'm gonna let Raina sweat for a little while. I'm gonna question her. But I have found something out that maybe you can continue helping with if you're up for it. If you're up for it.
Of course.
That now one. I think it was you. He points to you, Alan. You mentioned someone mysterious with Raina.
Yes.
Alan, right? You there?
Yeah, yeah, I said yes. I
Oh,
said
sorry,
yes.
sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay,
Maybe I didn't pick it up.
that's okay. So let's see. Can you describe the this figure?
It was a brief glance, kind of 2 days ago. Can I make an intelligence check to try to recall the information?
You can.
Okay, so because of my background
Mm,
of stage, clear, right? Let me see, features and traits, no description. Researcher, when you attempt to learn or recall a piece of information, you can, okay, I'll just have to roll. Would this just be intelligence or history?
mm, I'm gonna go
And
with
do a history?
intelligence. Yeah, you're not literally going back in history, just going back a couple days.
But everything in the past is considered history. All right.
That's true, but this isn't written down,
Hey, a
codified.
15.
Okay, so yeah, you recall that guy.
Um,
Elves look
okay.
too androgynous. I had no idea.
Yeah, so it was my liege, it was an elf who wore a red hat, kind of too big for his head off to the side, and a red scarf, and blonde hair, blue eye, long ears, elf.
Okay,
That's
so
it. That's all I
okay,
got.
you see him nodding. He like he has like he has a look of like pieces are starting to fit together. So he says, "Okay, that's Umalar." Now, okay, so he was meeting with Reyna. You say
Umalar Kafaxath,
yes,
the ambassador to the Queen of Nyladale.
yes. Okay, so now I don't know why, but I just got word that maybe a day or so ago that he left for this. I'm kind of pinging it on the map over here to the east. That he left for this place called Knuckle Hill. It's a gnomish kingdom. Now
Hmm.
if he is a ambassador to Queen Valanthe, that means he might be on his way home, which is way over here. But I'm really interested in anything he may have to say or he may know regarding all of this. Any chance you might be able to get a hold of him?
And lift him up into the clouds and threaten to drop him? Sure, I could do that.
Yeah, that's what it takes to make him talk.
Well, that's the position that I had her in, and she didn't talk, so I guess people don't
She
value their lives.
I think she was working some
Uh,
other game.
my apologies to interrupt, but I might have something that can help with that, Your Majesty.
Oh, please go ahead.
Who let children into here?
The Merrymaker again.
Oh, you took your disguise off?
Yes, I took the disguise off. I took the disguise off as soon as I came in the door. It's itchy.
Just kidding. I didn't know.
Sigh. Anyway, if we get me close enough, I might be able to, if we can get them to think actively about some of their what's going on, I might be able to see his thoughts.
Okay, that would be helpful. Yeah,
King, I wish to talk with you before you leave. Sorry to interrupt.
that's okay. That's okay. So if you're capable of that, he's pointing to you, Mary. Then we should have a conversation with Reyna before y'all depart, because you're not mixed up in this like these others are. So you're kind of an independent, neutral party. So I could have you in on a questioning.
Yeah, sure.
August, that I don't know about you, but that sounds like magic shit to me, buddy. Sorry,
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's magic shit with people I know. I'm not against magic. It's just it's cool, I guess.
Well, the king looks to you, August. And he's like, what is it you wanted? What is you wanted to ask?
So, uh, not a question per se, but a few statements. So well, it is a question, I suppose now. So you were questioning Alan if he can go out and grab this red beret figure.
Well, the all of you, if you can, if you can try to get him in, yeah, all of you go get him.
So that implies us leaving, which means that you would have to uh, release your other nobles that we have hostage.
Well, we're gonna do that
Or not
after.
hostage,
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. And we're gonna, but we're gonna do that. You're not gonna leave until me and Mary talk to her.
of course. But they were very flustered. Her and whatever your Grand Wizard's name is. I can't be bothered. So they seemed very flustered that they had to stay here and not go back to their homes and so on and so forth. And I don't think it's
Oris.
a.
His name is Oris.
Oh, thank you, Alan.
You got it.
Oris. Oris and Lady with Green hair. Starts with a K.
Reyna,
Yeah.
Reyna Crasselin.
Doesn't start with a K. Crasslin. So Reyna and Oris were very upset that she couldn't go home. And I don't think that opinion comes out of a place of comfort. I think there's something greater at play, that they're being held up here and they're wasting time on something that could be used to move against you. And what's your relationship with Orist?
Uh, Not good. He's one of my suspects on my father's murder.
Okay, good. You're in a very sticky situation. Everyone's a suspect. No one can be trusted within your court, or anyone who lives here, period, cannot be trusted generally. The
I
only
trust
people who
my
can't
aunt.
be trusted.
And
Oh,
yeah, she's my she's my she was my father's sister, and she's loyal.
okay. There's people you can't trust. I'm not discrediting her, no offense. And not to seem selfish and narcissistic, but I believe the only people you can't trust are outsiders without any invested interests. You know, I mean,
Yeah, but he kind of like
yeah,
winks. He kind of gives you a wink. He's like, so hoping these outsiders would work a little more quietly and not drop nobles from the sky.
that wasn't my idea. All right, if it was my way, I would have not done
Cut her.
that.
Yeah, you would have cut her tongue out.
I would have cut her tongue out.
Oh, okay.
No
That
offense.
would have been better. He says, yeah, yeah, okay.
It would have been a little better.
To be fair, I didn't drop her. I
And
flew her
also, to be
back down
fair, we had a
safely.
cleric
That's
on
true. That's
standby
true.
to revive
That's
anyone.
true.
Oh, cleric with limited funds. So if you could just, resupply him with 900 gold pieces, that'd be
Or just
great.
diamonds.
Or diamonds, or diamonds of
Each
300,
one,
300
yeah,
gold
300
points.
gold piece diamonds. Yeah.
I can give you one, and
Yeah, and
without arousing too much attention.
this time we won't use it on guards.
Yes.
Yes, with yeah, this time let's not use on guard. It was a good message to use in the moment, but oh my God, that put us back months. We've
Yeah,
got
what
we don't have rent to pay, but
one is good. One is good.
Now,
thank you.
he also says there's something also to say the fact that, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful manner, but your presence being a little problematic, and if you were to go on this errand for me, that would kind of relieve a little of that pressure.
I
And
can
With
understand that angle.
with all
now
due respect, sire, you grounded us into the. It
that
wasn't
brings me
our
to my next
choice.
point. That brings me to my next point. While Mary and I go discuss what we'll go have our discussion with Reyna, there aren't going to be any of my guards in this area. If you're catching my meaning.
So we could slip.
Gotcha.
And then, Mary's under no restrictions of movement, so she can, when we're done, having our discussion with Raina, she can go where she pleases.
I should take off my armor. I'm gonna. I start taking off my armor.
All right. Well then. All right. So, Mary, are you ready? He says.
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right.
You guys get a quick. You guys get another glimpse of August taking the rare glimpse of August taking off his armor for like the second time in this whole campaign.
Okay. So, what is it? All right.
Nice.
So we'll kind of like speed this along a little bit. You get into the room where the chambers where Reina and her little entourage of guards are, and she, obviously looks, mad, offended, put out, disgusted, and yeah. So what are you doing?
I am casting my new spell, Detect Thoughts, keeping it at surface level thoughts.
Okay. Go ahead and click on it to put it in the chat. What was that? Oh, you're concentrating. It says you're concentrating. That's cool. All right. So is it a save? Even with just surface thoughts, she gets the save.
Nope. For surface thoughts, she does not get a save. It's only if I decide to probe deeper on something. So I'm hoping that the king will question her so it will bring things up to the surface thoughts because I have no intention of probing deeper.
Okay. So I'm going to give her a couple rolls. I'm going to see if she recognizes what you're doing. Okay, yeah, she recognizes what's going on here. Let me see if I can. Let's see how.
Counter spell.
No, she's not doing that. I'm just seeing how well she's handling the
I'm gonna
conversation.
silvery barbs that.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Mary said no, thank you.
so you're going to silver barbs the Arcana roll?
I'm gonna silvery barbs the deception check.
Okay, all right. So let's see. We'll give her another roll of that then. Okay. Yeah. All right. So not a good day for Reina. Let's see. Where are we at here?
Poor Reina.
I'm just kind of taking a look at my notes here real quick. Okay, yeah, she's not feeling very politically savvy and deceptive today, and she lets things slip both verbally and in her mind. And yeah, what you're able to get out of her is that, yeah, her and, let's see. Yeah, her and Shava, the king's half sister, who's in exile in another kingdom. Her and Shava, yeah, they got together. They got that alchemist together. They replaced the food taster, and that food taster then wound up dead later. And yeah, yeah, she's definitely was in on it, and as was the sister.
Your Majesty,
Campaign over,
since
guys. Found the
she is
failure.
very, very aware of what I've done, would you like me to probe deeper into her mind?
Um, he says, I don't think that will be necessary. I appreciate your offer. I do have enough now to actually just put her under arrest. And he kind of waves his hand, and like his guards come in, and like her guards stand there, but they back away. They're not going to interfere with royal guards. And yeah, they take hold of her and they take her away. And
As they take her away, is she concerned about anything? Like, is there a flash in her mind of, oh shit, I have to get in contact with somebody to hide the thing that's sitting on my desk? That sort of thing?
No, her main concern right now, in her surface thoughts are, how do I get out of this? She doesn't seem to have nothing to hide. Like she knows the beans are spilled, but now she's trying to calculate a way out of here. Is Orist reliable? Will Orist help me out? What's the king going to do about this? The king's probably not going to execute me. She's calculating like her escape plan.
You should execute her, in my professional opinion.
Well, the king looks at you very satisfied, and he kind of like pats you on the head, and he says, well done, Mary. I tell you what, he kind of leans in to kind of speak softly. I can't compensate your friends for any of this, but if you can pass some of this along, I can pay you for this job you just did. And I tell you what, for your services here and helping us provide justice, he kind of waves more people over, and yeah, they bring out a big bag, not a big bag, but it's a bag and it's jingled, and he says, there's 200 gold pieces in there, and yeah, if you happen to be traveling, elsewhere, kind of gives you a wink. I wish you well on your way.
I wink back, but kind of confused. Okay, later, Gator. Like, kind of mosey off.
True Floridian vocabulary.
And I turn to Prancer and I'm like, okay, Prancer, find my friends. And I'm like expecting him to put his head down like a dog and start sniffing out my friends, and he just kind of looks at me confused and leads me to the closest bar.
Good enough.
That works, Prancer. Good boy.
Well, you,
Alcohol, my one and only friend.
you all do run into each other because we'll kind of go back and say that the three of you in the palace were able to get out. You're out of the palace. It's nighttime by now, and you spot Mary and Prancer heading towards like an elven tavern, and y'all can meet up before you go in.
How'd it go?
There you are, man.
Yeah, she definitely did it. She replaced the food taster, and she's currently trying to figure out how to get out of this. Oh, and the king gave us 100 gold for the temples, and I give Castiel the 100 gold, and then 100 gold for us.
You're doing the 50-50 for the temples and the for us stuff too.
Look, you're running with clerics, my man.
You got to get to the temple.
Santa's watching you.
Castile did the same thing, and I told him I'm not gonna let him get to the money first just because of this. Oh my goodness! Now I gotta make sure you're not doing it too.
Now,
We're just
given
not
the
giving
fact that the
hard-earned
three
money.
of you are
No
supposed to
offense.
be kind of hidden, are we going into the tavern? Are we doing anything? Are we heading out to Knuckle Hill?
I'm fine with going to the
Let's just
tavern. I have
leave.
my armor off, and no one here practically knows my face.
I'm
I'm
out
fine
of
with
here.
that.
I'm walking
I've got
away.
I
I've
feel
got my
like
armor
Howlin
stashed.
is probably identifiable.
Oh yeah, he's very identifiable. He's probably the
We should
only owl
probably
in
make
here.
tracks.
Yeah, we should probably make tracks.
I do take a roadie cup though.
Well, you could probably go into Mary and grab a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Mhm.
Prancer's already spent 3 gold at the bar. It's like, God damn it, you reindeer.
Damn, that's impressive.
All those microtransactions.
It's okay. He's had a real rough month, guys.
That's always in the excuse. I'm sure he can stop whenever.
And now he's back.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna making our journey to Knuckle Hill, and that's where we'll start up our next session. We'll go ahead and we'll wrap this up here for now, and yeah, so it's kind of a distance, and this is cold land, so there's maybe some interesting encounters along the way.
Yeesh.
All right, so I'm gonna quit recording here. 1 second.